So we have some special guests going to be with us today, but we're going to start off this without the meditation. We said we were going to do a meditation, but I didn't want to catch this gentleman. He's on his way to work, so I don't want to hold him up. But another one of the ambassadors we want to highlight this morning. Good morning, my brother. How are you going?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, man. Introduce yourself to all of our family on board here for me, man. What's your name and what exactly is your operation?
My name is Mark Jackman. I'm a glass bottom boat operator. And I'm heading out now to get the boat.
Right.
To go and get some people from down Carlton.
Nice.
To go and have a blessing day today.
So you started off the beach itself this morning?
Yeah.
So your boat comes right out the beach. It has one of those barge kind of style steps and stuff on it.
They got steps you can just step with the
Man, I saw your boat yesterday. Actually, you can see it in the distance as you want with the turtle on out there, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so if you're in Tongue at any time, you know Mark's operating from the one out there with the turtle on it.
Outside of 𝐁𝐢𝐳.
Yeah, outside 𝗂𝐢𝐳. That's where your main base is?
Exactly, my office.
I saw, you like that. You also have a website or something? I saw something on the side of your boat.
No, that's, they've been website as well.
Right, okay, so what is that? How would they find you if they want to find you besides? I will find it, if you don't remember it. Yeah, okay, perfect. But 𝗁𝗂𝐳 is your base area. And anybody that has ever been on Tongue Beach with no smile, always pass by with a smile every morning with a greeting. Yeah, for real. And as you can see, sweating profusely. But that's because of first streak 2 nights ago, though. Alright, but you have a blessed day. And you are on this morning starting up. We obviously want to recognize the ambassadors, the people that bring people back to this island. Not just the island, but the people themselves. Thanks, brother. Alright, catch you later. You're very welcome, man. Have a great day. Huh? Alright, so this morning we're starting directly in front of the Palm Beach condos. This is the gate that you would leave the oasis of a garden. And as you can see over on our left right now is Mango Bay, over on our right is 𝐾𝐿 Beach Facility. We have another special friend who's supposedly up, but I do not see her as yet. Jeanette, go and get her. She may not be up, so I don't know if we should go knocking on her door because I know John may roll out of bed and may surprise us all. So we're going to just take a little view from here. What we'll do is right now, as we just want to capture Mark before the morning went any further. Mark is a really good friend of ours and of many people on here. So we want to make sure I let him say good morning to you all, and as he's on the way to work, we didn't want to hold him up. So we're actually going to set up for a few seconds here and let you enjoy the serenity and peace of the West Coast that we're experiencing this morning. And then we will start off our walk in a few minutes time. And before we do that though, let me make sure I get everything right and start this day right. We're going to say our serenity prayer. Remember, this is a prayer for peace and guidance and understanding. I use it for calmness all the time. I've used it so much in the past, as I said this morning in our birthday greetings in the beginning part, that many times we're challenged, but we can't lose our faith or our determination to get ahead, because we can. We've overcome many obstacles in the past. We will overcome more going forward. If they get very severe and very, very challenging for you, remember, reach out. We're all here, we're all friends, we're supposed to help each other, because each and every one of us will most definitely require assistance and guidance and help and support and friendliness and love from others going forward in life. We can't do this alone. Anyone that thinks they can do this alone because they have a lot of money in their pocket have a very sad future for them. Remember, it's those around you, and the way that you project yourself is your wealth of life, not what is in your pocket. Of course, we need to eat, we need to drink, we need to survive, we need to have shelter. However, the most important thing is that we have the happiness and peace and love and kindness. Without that, all we have are material things, and material things are not our worth. They're simply what we have in our hand. They don't have any value to our life, and others don't think of us any differently. Anyone that respects you because of what you have or because of your wealth or your position in life is not really respecting you at all. They're respecting what you have. That is not who you are. So be the person that people look at and they're happy about seeing. Be the person that people never forget. Be the person that is there that you can reach out to and ask for help. Be that person today, and you will find your true wealth. And then you will also find the wealth of others in those same qualities of life. So we're going to put you down for a few seconds after you say serenity prayer. Serenity prayer straight into just relaxation for a few minutes. Please join us now if you'd like to. All others, we will hear you and see you after our silent moment. So here we go. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. Alrighty, not as long a meditation session as we normally have. However, we did start off on time this morning, or a little bit before, which is very unusual because I'm not so punctual really. I'm enjoying this relaxation a little bit too much. But in case you're not familiar with where we are, I'm just going to show you the immediate location that we're in, just so you have a bearing and a landmark for it. We're just slightly north of the 𝗁𝗏 police station. We're at 𝗁𝗏 beach itself. This runs from here right up to 𝐾𝐮 basically. That is just, well, 𝐾𝐮 is here, and then beyond that goes right up to 𝗁𝐏, I should say. That's where it starts to like change into another area, but the 𝗁𝗏 beach is huge, as you can see. Sand is shifting and stuff with all the rain that's been coming down. The drains have been cleared up a little bit, so you find a lot of sand mungs on the beach and stuff. But this is all settling going into this type of time of the year. As you know, this is the time that the beaches tend to build unless we get some severe weather systems. This is 𝐾𝐮 beach facility, the naked 𝐾𝐮, without any beach chairs, without any umbrellas, or with any of the dressings and stuff. Just want to show you where it is. This is a beautiful facility. I can tell this is very similar to the ones like Nikki Beach and stuff. High-end facility, really great services. I've watched a lot of people here every day, as you can appreciate. This is the general area I'm in. So if you would like to come and enjoy 𝐾𝐮, you can also look back in our vlogs on the 𝗁𝗏 beach. You'll probably see here that we've done some teasers and stuff with all of their beach activities and their toys, etc. on the beach. So you can always check that out. Just up above there is surf. What's it called now? It's Surfside. It's Surfside. Yeah. I can't remember what name it is. I'll get back to you all on that because my brain has not woken up yet. As you can appreciate, I'm in lazy mode. I did not want to get up this morning at all because I'm extremely tired. I'd be pushing myself to the limit, although you all would not have seen it. But you have to trust me and believe me because everything I say is truth and factual. Also, right here in front of us is artificial man-made protection to stop the surge from pulling out the sand. You'll find an abundance of sea life here. I would say maybe 30 yards off the beach itself, and then you will also find these stingrays and tarpon, and also turtles are swimming in this general area, and that's because all the fishermen out here feed them, whether it be from the beach side or the ones that are cleaning their fish before they're coming to the shores. So you'll find out here has an abundance of those. Yesterday we had the pleasure of going out to Calabaza too, again with the same crew that we went with last time. They were extremely worried and frightened that when they saw us, and they said they would have called in a sick day, but Gina, of course, very smartly, as a smart boss should be, did not let them know that myself and my co-star were coming. They know that if I am coming, the co-star will be coming, so they're aware that the problem came with me and I'm not the problem itself. So we're in an area known as, by a lot of locals, as Discovery Bay. That's because the hotel you see located up there behind that fenced area. They're presently starting to work on some construction. They're very small scale at the moment, nothing major. That's where Starfish is supposed to be. And then we have 𝐾𝐮, which we'll be going in that direction. So we'll take you past here in a couple of moments' time. And again, as I said before, the Palm Beach condos, which are located right here. So strong, beautiful beach, as you can see. No boulders, as there are certain people on here that like to mention that all the time. No boulders on this beach this morning, except for the ones that are forming groins, which you'll find at any of the coastlines.
She imagines them because she drinks so much.
Oh, hold on a sec, I can't rock around here. I have someone here that has something to say about that person boulders. You were saying something about, I think it's Simon, obviously.
Well, I didn't say that.
Oh, well, I'm going to say it's Simon.
She drinks too much, so I think she imagines boulders on the beach. She just falls over stuff.
For those of you that do not know the troublesome one, this is her. This is our beautiful, well, my beautiful co-star, your star girl. A lot of you all like to call her that. And of course, you can see she started giving trouble already. Simon, that's your fault. You basically got a verbal strike this morning. For anyone else is on here, well, just say the wrong thing because she has her own monitoring system to check to see what you're saying. And she will definitely come back at you. As I told you, she went through a long session on a boot camp. Did not do too well. It actually made her very, very sick. But she's back, coming back in strength. Not 100% there yet, but as you can hear, giving trouble. So Simon, aka the water baby that cannot swim, you've already been bashed this morning. And we'll pick out who else we will do after shortly. Oh, hold on, I see everybody crying. What are all the tears for? I see all the crying emojis going up and all these sad faces and stuff. Hold on a sec, man. I realize what it is. I know I have not shown you myself this morning, and that is the whole problem. So I do not cry anymore. I am here. My humblest apologies. I just got a little carried away by bringing other people into the focus that really are not required to be there or not important as me. And I forgot to give you the most beautiful and handsome thing that you'll find in Barbados, and that would be me, of course. Good morning to each and every one of you all. Great to have you here. I hope it's pointing at me because I do not want you all not to see the stunning view that's in front of you. Don't mind this background view. This background view here is okay. It's not that bad. You know, you can find okay views in Barbados, but put me in any one of them and it turns into absolutely marvelous view. Beautiful, beautiful Barbados, people. If you all are not here this morning, this is what is waiting you. The waters are warm. Actually, you know what? I don't like talking about it. Hold a sec for me. We have not even moved yet, and we've done like maybe 10 minutes of vlogging already, or not even moved an inch, but just to show you what it's like down here this morning. There is a little drop off, as you can see, pretty much expecting a West Coast. Hiding that, we would not really be showing the truth, because there always is a little bit of a drop off. Some things a little bit more severe than other times. But the water down here, jacuzzi style. Seriously, it is as warm as the air. It is beautiful this morning. Over the last few days, everybody has been, or last weeks I would say, people have been remarking of how warm the conditions are. Sea conditions are perfect. So before we go any further, let's take a perfect water-based circle of love, as she is not in here because she does not like going in water so early. You all know who she is. It's not the mother's cat, it's my co-star. I can do this peacefully without any interruptions. Anyone picking at me, pulling at me, prodding at me, or sticking me. So I can do that peacefully now. So here we go. We're going to start, Mary. I see you on board this morning. So we're going to start with your favorite view. And that's the sides of the boats being lit up this morning. And then we're going to go into reflections, glows of a swimming pool style for everyone else on peace and serenity for the world. Here we go. Good morning to all the EMC live warriors. So happy to have you with us this morning. Oh my gosh, she's out to make me lie. So here we go. Here we go. You all would have known, she just heard that, and you all can see how wicked she's become because she's come in the ocean at this time of morning to tell you that I am telling lies. What do you want to say? You want to say I'm lying?
First of all, I didn't hear you.
Oh, you didn't hear me?
You said something about me?
No, I didn't. I was saying good things about you. I actually just said that you didn't like to come in the water so early in the morning because you know how beautiful it is. You like leave it till later on. I know it's warm, and that's the only reason you're here. Trust me, it's normally like around January and February. Although she is a snow person, or was a snow person, on January and February it will take her about 15 minutes to get from that shoreline to where she is, because she has to get her toes acclimatized, her ankles acclimatized, her shins acclimatized, her knees acclimatized, her thighs acclimatized, and then etc, etc, and then she will come down to this end. But I'm so happy to see her out here this morning. Great to see you in the water, taking the challenge up. Now, where is Kelly? What was Kelly's last name? I don't even know anonymity this morning. What's Kelly's last name to let everybody know who is not here?
No, don't do that to her.
How many don't do that? Well, everybody knows who Kelly is. Everybody saw her yesterday on the boat. So, in other words, just refer back to the YouTube video. It'll keep you in the clear. Puglisi, okay, so she's supposed to join us this morning. We know John is not going to come, and we know John is probably going to deter her from coming because he doesn't want to get up. So he's probably told her to stay in bed, and she's missing this walk this morning. So Kelly, I hope you will come out, because I'm going to be bad talking you for a lot this morning. Sunrise coming up. We called the East Coast this morning and said, yeah, the sun has come up. I said, wow, it's amazing. Let's try and pull the curtains. I don't see any light down here at all. That's what happens on the West Coast. You all don't know about a sunrise if you're living on this side here. You all know about a daybreak, and you may know about a sunset, but sunrise is nothing you all get to see at all. You get to see it on the south for most of the year, and you definitely get to see it on the east for most of the year as well, because in certain parts in the East Coast you do not see the sunrise when it comes up to around January, December, January. We've done that before. It rises over the hills as well from certain sections. So as you all would know, that shifts tremendously depending on the time of year. Alright, so Mango Bay, first of all, before I go any further, sea grape bush gets a little bit tall on this side of the island. There's one just here at the entrance. I actually came up here with a cutlass and cut off all the branches because it was dropping sea grapes in my path. I don't mind seeing them, but stepping on them means it's touching me, which means it's a bad thing. So we took care of that early on. I actually didn't, but thank you for the maintenance crew that did that. And then we have Mango Bay. So if the Facebook convent is on board here, I know you're not in prison at the moment. I know that you have been allowed out on parole for good behavior. So, good morning, Mark Broad. Hopefully you're watching this. I know this is your home. Likewise, many other people call this home, Mango Bay. Very, very popular with a lot of people that we know for sure. A lot of Jeanette's family come here as well when they're down, if they're not staying actually at the condos. This is where they will stay. And I'm not going to point out where Kelly is staying, but she's here. I really don't want to point that out. I know that wherever she is, she's probably cuddled up in bed, and when she sees this later on, she will blame herself. Well, blame yourself, Kelly, because I'm calling your name because you're not here. I don't pick on people when they're with me.
Maybe say it a little louder, she might hear you.
What, Kelly? That's pretty loud. So do I ever pick on anyone that walks with me? I don't, do I? I only pick on other people, not people that walk with me.
I pick on everybody.
I pick on everyone, even when they walk with us. Do not mind her. Remember, she has trained to be just like me. The only thing is that she lies. I do not lie, but that's something that we're working on still. And this, as you know, we're not hiding it again. This is the drainway section, the bridge that's just to the north of Lime Grove Lifestyle Centre. That is just, if you're coming through Whole Town, past Lime Grove, over a bridge, this will be where the water comes down from the land. We had a lot of rain over the last 2 days. You'll see the banks have been burst there. Further up, they actually had to move the sand for it to run out freely because there's so much rain that came down. But it was all blanked up for many moons. Beautiful conditions. I'm not sure, I did not check the actual tide charts this morning, so I don't say it's a mid-tide, but I would have to say that I think it's about a mid-tide. Probably going into the high now, somewhere in that range, I'm not sure. But someone could tell me, like Malcolm or somebody. But this beach is usually a lot wider than this, as you know, at low tide. At high tide, you can see the banking that comes up. You can also see the casuarina berries and sort of like, you know, along the coastline of where the high tide mark would have been last night. And then below that, pretty much swept clean except for the footprints of people that are out there trying to make me feel unfit this morning, like Mark, etc. I told her I was not going to put the camera in her face this morning, so I'm not going to do that by any means. If you think you're safe out here walking with us, yes you are. This morning I'm a little bit bad behaved because I've had a lot of days of energy boosting. Yesterday, as I said, thank you to Gina and her crew for an amazing Calabaza experience again. Last time we went out, we brought you some vlogs from there. It was on a sunset cruise. This time we did a morning lunch cruise. It was great. The food was excellent. All the passengers on board were fantastic. We had a full complement of 12 yesterday. That's their maximum. Very comfortable conditions. You could sit anywhere you wanted. Extremely comfortable. Brilliant sail. The winds are very light, so we had to do a little bit of motoring, but silent-ish motors as well, so that didn't distract from the serenity that we were experiencing. It was a brilliant day for sure. We had 3 swim stops, 2 are snorkels, 1 are wreck, 1 right here with these stingrays and terrapin and also the turtles. And some of the folks on there actually got to see everything that they promised. There were these stingray, terrapin and the turtles yesterday in an abundance out here. Had a lot of other catamarans as well. And then we went down a little further down and we took a little mooring off and took some time down just beyond 𝐼𝐢𝐭𝐡 Bay, where we just rested up a little bit there, took a swim, had lunch and relaxed for a little while. Absolutely fantastic day, I have to say. So crew, thanks again. Gina, likewise, please do not let them know when we're coming again, because we do not want them to call in sick. Most of them, when they call in sick, get a medical certificate from me, but if I am coming, I can't give them a medical certificate, so I don't want them to find themselves in trouble with their employer. Beautiful. There's another section here. You see these 2 poles sticking up. Another one of these same groins have been dropped out. I call them catchment groins, but they're actually to protect the beach from the constant surge that comes in. Again, an abundance of sea life there. Again, another maybe 30 yards off the shore. You can actually go out there. That would mean that Cheryl, Mary and Water Baby, you would need some life vests or life rings or something, because we know you cannot swim. It is actually deeper than you would be. I was going to say Kim, but for the time Kim goes in the drop off, she's already swimming. So, good morning to you, Sophie. I'm going to talk about some of the people that need to be picked on this morning. Strangely enough, we started with Simon. I'm not too sure why she seems to be always started with, and that's probably because she's one of the most troublesome of them all. So, we started with her. We went to... Wait, I don't get to talk about my cook this morning. Did I talk about Cheryl this morning?
You did not.
I did not? Okay. If you want to have some of the best tasting local cuisine, and done by a chef that's always smiling, do not look for Cheryl, because she cannot cook and she's not always smiling. So please find a restaurant or come to us and we will cook for you, because I am an amazing chef. I've been cooking for this one here. As you can see, look at that smile. You can see that's not a lie. No, was it good?
No, oh, it was good.
My breakfasts were good, and my soup was amazing. Oh, lovely. See that? So that's not a lie. This is probably the only time in this entire commentary that she will tell the truth, and that was just now. She said it's not a lie. We're right off of Sandpiper. We just want to draw attention here. It used to be called Sandpiper Inn. It's just called the Sandpiper now. They have an array of options here. They have all their beautiful condo sections over here, and then they have what they call, I think, the house, which is this upper and lower sections. If you have a big family, you can have this entire place yourself, the top floor or the bottom floor, or you can do it separately and get one or the other. So you can give them a call. Again, this is called the Sandpiper. We're just showing you everything that's along this way. Is that Kelly up there struggling coming on with her arms lapped?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Kelly is finally making it to the beach. So I will embarrass her in a few minutes time when she gets here. She's not watching the phone, so it means
She just got my text.
she just got woken up.
My text.
You just got your text. Okay, so that means you text late. That's your fault.
No, that was
All right, so this raft here is not for public use. This is for this hotel, of course. They have high tide water facilities here as well. It's called high tide water sports. You know, if you know them as well, you will know you'll have a lot of fun if you come in this general area. Unfortunately, we have been walking this lovely section, but we're now coming with some bush on our right hand side. The 𝗂𝐿u. Wait, hold on a minute. Let me get this correct pronunciation, because if I pronounce this wrong, she also carries vlogs and she will probably bad talk me. What is our name of our 𝗂𝐿u queen? What's the name? 𝗂𝐿u Queen. So that's the correct name, 𝗂𝐿u Queen. Okay, so 𝗂𝐿u Queen. Sorry for butchering your name, but I did get it right with the help of our co-star, of course. She came down here and ate some of these cigarettes. She said they were terrible. I saw her vlog. She said she will not eat them again. She had some here, and she also had some with her in bed. She said, I'm sure the words that she said was, I don't know, that's the correct pronunciation for what I read. So that would mean they did not taste good. That's a typical Bajan sound. When you hear that, it means it's horrible. So I would expect that to be associated with anyone that puts these fruit in their mouth. Remember, these are ornamental fruit. They're not to be eaten. They're to be looked at and admired for their color. And if they're in the path in front, you just kick them one side and move on. Don't walk on them. They're not good for your feet either. They will discolor your feet for sure. And these are them here. So all the people that are trying to be fashionable and say that these taste good so that they will fit in with others that they like, these are the cigarette. As you can see, some of these have a little bit of like a blight on them. You can see it from the leaves as well. But I'm sure if you wash them off and eat them, they will just taste as bad as if they were clean, because these never taste good at anything. And again, more of the cigarette. I see Kelly is approaching. You know, the first thing we can do is catch her off guard before she has a chance to prepare, before Jeanette has a chance to tell her what she's seeing. Let's go back over. Good morning, it's so nice here. You're hiding behind Jeanette? Okay, well, we put the camera on Jeanette and we'll let you say, how are you this morning?
Good.
Oh, we're not looking at you yet, but we're going to look at you now because you're waving. You shouldn't have waved. All right, we're not to put Kelly on focus. Sorry. Yeah, when you're shy around a camera, you know the first thing you do, put the camera on a person more and more and more, and then they don't become as shy. Right next to this sea grape bush, which is here, you see some sea grape growing. There's also a 𝗏𝗏 cherry tree. In case you're not familiar with what the 𝗏𝗏 cherry is, this is these items here, and these are used to stick like paper and stuff. A lot of us in the older days used to use that as glue. It's like a paper glue. You can stick back someone's envelope if you want to read their letters and not let them know you've looked at it. You can use that to re-stick it again. It doesn't have a big build up on it, so it will work well. And if you really want to tie up your mouth, you can either eat these here, or you can eat them. Have the same effect, gummy and sticky and horrible tasting. So you can eat either one of them. And anyone that comes on here that tells me, Nicholas, stop bad talking sea grapes and stuff. If I get a talk about sea grapes, I have to bad talk them. There's nothing else to say about them but that, except for they form great hedges. They hold the sand in place, and cosmetically they're beautiful. This is one of my favorite little coves here, actually. This is a cove that when I first met Jeanette, this is our first swim. This is where we were, so it was a wonderful time. Great memories for me, as always. But beautiful, beautiful out here. Absolutely lovely. Look at the conditions today. A little bit of a swell on it with the full tide or the change of tide. Sea is wide, fresh and beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Alright, so on the inside of us right now is what is known as Settlers Beach Hotel. That has been closed for a little while now. I haven't seen anyone here at all. All the furnishing from the front section with the bar and thing is being removed, so I'm not too sure what's going on there. But that is a place that would have many stories and lots of history for a lot of people that are on these vlogs with us this morning. A lot of people have stayed at that hotel before. That's the Settlers Beach. And what a better way to start your day than a family swim. Good morning, how are you all going? Beautiful, beautiful smart family swim going on. And for those of you Stiletto, everyone knows this is also referred to as Stiletto Bay. Good morning to you guys from the Stiletto family as well. They also have been operating catamarans here for as long as I remember. Obviously a lot longer than me because I'm a fairly young fella, but they've been around for a long time. Rabbit, good morning to you, sir. I know that our bus driver, the crazy bus driver, will be able to tell you some stories about going out with her, going out with him, sorry, over the years and stuff. I think she learned to swim there because they threw her off board because she was behaving badly and she had to swim to shore to get her own way back. So I think she can actually thank them for learning how to swim. Is that correct, bus driver? You can always let me know if that's the accurate story because I've given it already and I'm not taking it back. Okay, so the full effect of this horseshoe bay is right here. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. You can see a lot of sand. So far as you would notice, the only boulders or rocks that are on the beach are the ones that are laying the ground. So Simon, bring your case. I'm going to make sure that if I see anything I'm going to not show, just to show you how wrong you are. And we're going to take another little dip again because I like up here as well. Excuse me, co-star and Kelly. Hi Kelly, you're running again for the camera. I'm faster than you. You remember this spot right here? This was where we had our first swim, right? I'm laughing at the expression this morning. They're priceless. Kelly has a little bit of a frown on her face, like what is he going to say? But I just told you what happened. This is our first swim, was right here. So great memory for me. All right, no more talk, what you see. Are you all feeling like being annoyed and teased? I can tease you a little more. Here we go. One more time. Severe drop off here though, a lot bigger than the other side. Up here is taking the impact of the swell a little more, as you can see. When I say severe, I would say we're going to go fairly quickly from right now knee, and we're going to drop to waist in a matter of about 4 or 5 feet. So just be careful if you're in the west and you have any problems. Just be cautious. Remember, you can always ask for help from people around you. They will give you help to get back out if you need it. If not, you can crawl out for yourself. But remember, our technique here on the west is wait till the swell comes in with the surge and then use that, so it'll actually give you a lifting motion up onto the higher elevation of sand. But there are some areas on the west that you will not find any drop off or very minimal. But it all depends on where in the bay. You can go to the bay and have a big drop off in some areas, and then you can walk a couple of 100 yards and then you have really no drop off either. So it all depends on where the sand is settled and what kind of tides and stuff we're having. So that does impact down here quite a bit as in the drop off section. But beautiful, beautiful, absolutely lovely day. If you're on the island, remember this Thursday there's a 𝐁𝐿 community up in St. Philip. I will hopefully get up there over the next day or so, do a preview of what the facility or the grounds look like and the facility looks like, because I myself want to see it. I haven't been on to this exact spot, but I've been in the general area before back in 2015, so it's been a while, so I'd like to go up and have a look at it. I'm not going to tell anyone when we're coming because we like to surprise people and catch them off guard if they're there, but we'll see how that goes. No promises, but we'll try and see if we can get that done. Remember, all of our YouTube family, that we are now limited to the quality that we can put up on YouTube, because at the moment our PC needs to go in. I think it's a power pack, it probably needs to be taken in today. It's too busy over the weekend. We're going to see if they can rectify that for us, and then we get back with all of the processing and all the filters and stuff and get it out there nice and clean for you. But we don't want you to feel left out, so we're going to be putting them up straight up off the quality off of Facebook later on today, so you'll also have a chance to enjoy that as well. Remember, we bring you the beauty as it is, and if this is how it is, this is what you're going to get. We want to make sure have inclusion for everyone, no matter what format you're on. TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, whatever it is, we want to make sure that you're on it as well. So these two ladies here are talking about going back to sleep. I'm telling you that, even if they're not saying that, they will not hear, because Jeanette has hard of hearing, and I'm saying it on the side of where her ear is blocked, and also she's not reading much this morning. Oh, shoot. What are you doing back here again?
I heard my name.
You heard your name? Did you hear what I said? I said you're such an amazing person and that you all are so energetic this morning. I didn't say anything else. So anybody tells you anything different, please do not let them influence you. Alright, up by Church Point, which we're coming to now. Church Point villas and stuff are up here. You'll also find Folkestone Park, it's an underwater park, and also a museum on the land side and a play park, restaurants and bars, which we will show you in a few minutes time. Good morning to everyone that's on this morning. Again, thank you for joining us on this walk. For those that watch it later on, thank you for your time. for coming on and having a look to see what we offer, so that you can enjoy the beauty of Barbados with us. Remember, we're just here to bring you the beauty that we see through our eyes, not fabricating it, not waiting for good days of no rain or no clouds, bringing you as it is. We want you to be able to wake up in Barbados with us and feel Barbados. This is why we do live vlogs as well. Not that, you know, we could always put up the 4K, have the sparkling clean and crisp resolutions and stuff, but then the ones that are known as the EMC Live Warriors would not have the opportunity to be on here, socialize as they are right now, or welcome their friends and family to our vlogs every morning as they do, and lift the spirits of those around them and themselves. So this is why we do the live vlogs, so that those that are able to get up in the morning can start their day with peace and serenity. So no matter what challenges come their way, they'll be able to deal with them in a different light than how they would have if they had not encountered this serenity and peace that we're offering to them this morning. This boardwalk section here was important. They've laid this here in many areas. There are a lot of them on the west coast now, more to come I would imagine. And these are wrong areas where there were big beaches that we could have walked on before. We could have walked all along here on sand in the years gone by. However, with the depletion of the sand in these areas, the government have put down these big boulders outside the armoured rocks, and then built on the inside some boardwalk similar to south. These are all concrete. Good morning, how are you? Would you all like to spread those cheers and joys and smiles with the world with us this morning? Are you all from Barbados? Yes, please. Okay, wonderful. Do you know, have you ever seen anything that we do, like EMC gatherings? You've ever heard of us?
No, please.
No? Well, I'm glad I caught you this morning. But you watch Q in the Community and stuff?
Yes.
Alright, we do Q in the Community on YouTube, so you may have seen some of our vlogs. We're known as EMC, Early Morning Crew. We're a spiritual group that come together to bring serenity, peace, happiness, love, kindness. Everything that the world seems to have forgotten is what we bring every morning or whenever we broadcast. These are two of our members here. This is co-star. Thank you. Notice the word co, because I am the star. You can look at me and say I'm a star. And she's a co-star. And behind her is Kelly, who is hiding from the camera all the time. But she is one of our family members as well. She's visiting down here at the moment. And what are your names?
Randolph and Rachel.
Randolph and Rachel?
Yes.
R&R, man. You did that well, man. Can't make a mistake there at all.
Yes.
So, you all follow Facebook or YouTube or anything like that?
Only WhatsApp sometimes.
But you go on YouTube as well too, sometimes?
Yes, please.
You do? Okay, well, if you know what hashtags? Like hashtag symbol?
Yeah.
Okay, so our hashtag, the easiest one to find us by is hashtag #TheJourney246. 246, you know, it's area code of Barbados. It's The Journey Barbados, all one word, but #TheJourney246. Come and have a look at us on YouTube. My name is Nicholas Dean. I'm the Bajan warrior. I'm not a violent warrior. I fight for peace and love and kindness and happiness. All right, you all have a great day. And I saw that. That's why we're going to trap you all. Whenever we see a positive influence and we see a radiation of peace, that's what we zone in on. So that's why you're in front of this camera today.
We are
Thanks.
love and love.
Love and love? Oh, well then you got love right wrong here encircling it. All right? You'll have a great day, okay? Take care. All right, thanks to you. All right, so there you go. That's two more folks on there. Maybe they will not get to see us online because they really don't follow the Facebook, or it doesn't look as though they follow a lot of platforms, but YouTube, maybe they'll catch us there. Remember our best and the easiest way to remember who we are, if you do not remember a name of a king, which would be me, the perfect one. My name, just again, is Nicholas Dean on Facebook or YouTube. However, if you want to follow us and you are forgetting of names, not like me, because I retain everyone's name, but if your memory lapses a little bit, you can look up the hashtag. It's hashtag #TheJourney246. Remember, area code for Barbados is 246, and it's a journey, so it's #TheJourney246, all one line. All right, beautiful little beaches down here. Again, there was no beach here before these armoured stones were dropped, and it's sort of like a little bit of, I would say, a groin has formed here, trapping the sand in the intersection. This is all formed over the years. Remember, years ago you could have walked right around here on a broad beach, or a relatively broad beach when you're saying that on the west coast. Oh, crab. Oh yeah, so Kelly has pointed out a crab. So, I know she walked down here yesterday and had an experience with them, so in case you've never seen them before, you can find them all over these armoured stones out here. You find them all protecting and have their homes built around this area. You should see them. Some of them have 2-story and 3-story condos as well. Well, you know, if these are West Coast crabs, they have to have something better than South Coast crabs. So they're going to want to build a big condominium and a villa down here that people would normally call a crab hole, where they have special levels inside of them. I've been in some of them and checked them out, so I can tell you what different levels and floor 1, 2, and 3, etc. They also have jacuzzis in there. Don't get fooled. These crabs are smart. If you've never seen that for yourself, well, one of these days maybe you could treat yourself to a tour of a crab hole. Alright, so here's Folkestone Park. The museum is just on the inside section. There's also a big playing field for kids, or playgrounds for kids and stuff, or the big kids amongst us, because as you would have seen from some of our Spice Girls, they'll be on those swings. So you can come down here and play and swing with them, or you can come down here and let your kids run around there. There's full bath facilities over there, showers on the outside, change rooms on the inside, have a lifeguard hut here. There's also a Wi-Fi here as well, so you can get Wi-Fi within the close proximity. And there are some webcams around, so I'm not sure if we're being seen this morning, but if we are, hello to each and every one of you all from the EMC. In case you're this first time you're coming across this here, whether it be live this morning or you're coming across this here online on YouTube or later on Facebook, you're wondering what is that guy talking about. Well, I'm talking about only facts and figures and very critical information for Barbados. All the historic stuff and thing I talk about as well. I don't know history of my 52 years on this earth. I was born in 1971, as you know, on the 5th of April. Do not mind others. John, good morning to you. He's another 1971 child as well. He's a little bit old, a little bit younger than me, unfortunately, because yesterday they were calling me the old man. Not because I'm old, but because I was older than him. So that was a hard thing to deal with. Beautiful. Lovely facilities down here. A lot of people come here and spend the day because they have some little bars as well set up out here that rent beach chairs, you can see in the distance. Please do not be freaked out by this tsunami. Smart board. It is not that we expect a tsunami, but we want you to be prepared. You know that we do have the 𝐾𝐿 just to the west of the island, like right quite west of us, but that would impact us if it ever did erupt. So we have to remember things can happen. We want to be prepared. You know, you don't go out on a rainy day without an umbrella, so we're just preparing you. Not saying that you're going to get wet or that it's going to rain, but the potential is there. So make sure if that happens or if anything like that happens, we sort of like brief you on what's going on. We also don't like to hide things here. Hiding things are not good for this island. It's nice to be seen. Nice to know what's going on. Hold on a second. What was that? What you said about snow?
I didn't say snow. I said
Oh.
these are the boulders that Simone talks about.
Oh, these are the boulders Simone talks about. So when she says you walk on the west coast and kick your foot in the boulders, because she's not looking at where she's walking.
She's not walking where she's supposed to be because she's drinking. So
Oh, okay.
These are the ones.
Simone, I don't know what you did to her, boy, but you deserve this, I'm sure. Jeez. Water baby. A lot of people said, well, you call her water baby and she can't even swim. Well, now you understand why. It's the amount of liquids that she likes to consume. Good morning, Simone. I love you. Alright, no fishing, no spear fishing, no net dropping anything in this area. There's a protected section on this island, and this is one of the most critical areas itself. This is a great surf spot. Some of you that do not know right where that little wave is breaking, it breaks further out and more to this angle as it gets largely north swells around Christmas time. This is known as Church Point. That's what we call this break. I've seen some people surf less, but it's predominantly a right break. Very, very steep on the drop itself. It has more of a shoulder on the inside, but remember it's coral inches and just inches below you, so you got to be careful out here. You wouldn't surf out here at low tide unless you're extremely knowledgeable of this reef, so don't just paddle out here at any time. Just keep an eye out if you see some swells. There are tons of breaks along the west coast. Majority of them are coming or forming on the actual coral reef itself, and then works its way into the bay, which is usually sand bottom most of the time. Some of them are coral right through, so just be careful when you're coming down here and surfing. There's a lot of underlying dangers just inches below you, like Tropicana, etc. I know our brother Jeffrey Kiefer can tell you all about Tropicana. I remember one New Year's morning that he visited Tropicana Reef with his back and his entire body. He can also relate that story to you. A very interesting one, very frightening for people that watched it. Jeffrey is one of the notorious surfers, goopy footers we call them. Always shredded place like Brandon's. Also I've seen it at Soup Bowl as well, backside shredding as well. And down here, Jeffrey, I ain't gonna forget you, boy. Your surfing days at that red board will live on for a long, long time, even if you don't surf now. So good morning to you, Jeff, and family. Alright, this is one of my, I have to say, preferred hotels, definitely on the west side. This is Coral Reef Hotel. This is beautiful. I love how it's all laid out in like old plantation style homes. This has not really changed its style of building at all. It has not gone up like others around with multiple stories. It stayed at the same level. I love here, especially in the mature gardens. Once again, used to walk across here at beach years ago. Those days are gone, so they now have the boardwalk for you, and sand, because of the rough seas down here and stuff, splash up onto here, make it look as though the beach is on this section here. This is not someone taking sand off the beach and throwing it up here. This is because of the pounding of the surf on these rocks and stuff, and the surge that will bring it up. Absolutely beautiful. And when we talk about beautiful, if you talk about handsome, I'd have to swing the camera to me, but when we talk about beautiful, We have two beautiful ladies walking with this morning. Both of them are a little bit on the shy side. Actually, our co-star is no longer shy, but as you can see, she's shy. So we're not gonna put the camera on her too long. 3, 4, 2, 6. All right, we're going again. Jeez. Yeah, Kelly doesn't seem to realize yet that this is live. There's no editing here. I can't delete her, so she's on. This hotel obviously has not started kicking. I think they may be in for closing for some renovations and stuff. I am not too sure. I know that Cheryl and some of our Spice Girls came down here and had some tea late a few weeks back. But I don't know if they're actually open and functioning at the moment. They usually have some chairs and stuff out here, but with the weather and thing, maybe they're all on the inside. But beautiful. And this is Heron Bay. I would have to say, this used to be one of my favorite bays, and the reason is the way I used to work before, when I used to be off, I didn't want to see anyone. I would sort of like hibernate and get away from everyone, so I would go and sit at the very end of this beach where very few people used to walk and enjoy the quietness of down there. However, as you all know, my preference now and my favorite beach is 𝗁𝗏 Beach, and it's not just because I found love there, but I found love there for the beach as well. I do love 𝗁𝗏 Beach and the facilities around it. It reminds me a lot of the South Coast side, and as you know, my heart's on the south. But I shouldn't say my heart, my preference is on the south. My heart is with me right now walking. Right, so be careful. It's most of these rocks here, these boulders here that Simon will tell you that you kick your feet on. These are not naturally coming here. These are placed here to protect that section. As you will see, they're usually undercover for majority of the year. You've walked with us many times, so you know what I'm saying is true. They will be covered with sand. However, they haven't got the full covering as yet. They must have something going on here. I can see they obviously had either a big buffet or a wedding or something. There's a lot of tables on the outside. But this grounds up here is just breathtaking. Absolutely beautiful out here. For me, I always have to have a big garden. You can have the most fancy place, but I still want to see some greenery around me, and that's why I miss Barbados so much when I travel to a lot of places. Don't have gardens around the resorts and stuff. They're just basically all the facilities and bars and pools and stuff with limited gardens, and I love gardens myself, preferably. Alright, so next hotel on will be the Colony Club, just in front of us, so those umbrellas up. Colony Club, another very old hotel. These are the older hotels. 𝗁𝗏 is one of the oldest hotels on this coastline. You know, we used to have the grotto fetes once a year down here. The O'Haras used to host that. If any of you were a part of those fetes, you will remember me, or you may not remember me if you were like me, because I don't remember any of you of those days. I just remember having a lot of people around me, but not who they were. Faces just blurred, just meant we had some action going on. But this is what Coral Reef used to be, those big parties. Ashley Farmer, 𝗷𝗍𝗘𝗔𝗦𝗃, if you're on board, you remember those, brother. Anyhow, so Colony Club, again, some rafts off here for Coral Reef and Colony Club as well. I've never heard anybody kicking off anyone off the rafts, but they're really designed for their guests. And then we're into the Heron Bay area, as we mentioned. We are running in time now, right? We're coming up on the clock. I have to keep an eye on it. I've been told today that the carrot will be held wherever I go. So if I stop at an hour, I will still get the carrot. If I stop at 50 minutes, I'll get the carrot. You heard that, right? Perfect. She didn't hear? That's absolutely perfect. Oh shoot, be careful, there are some boulders down here, don't get your foot on them, huh? Okay, so, Simon, I know if you're on board now, you're going to say something. Remember, these are not going, you see these wash out of the hills with all the rain, so these rocks are not normally here. For all you South Coast people on there this morning are fuming. Smoke scum over here, do not quarrel with me. This is just a morning of happiness on the West Coast. Having a great staycation on here, thank you. Compliments, of course, of my co-star. Beautiful. Alright, so in this area we know that the signal drops a little bit, so if you are experiencing a little lower end quality right now, please forgive us, but we do want to keep walking. We know we do get a signal, but it definitely decreases. Colony Club, I know a lot of people that love here. Some of them have swim-up pools in front of them or cooling areas in front of them. You can actually swim your way down to the pool from them. Really nice layout as well. Again, another very old hotel in Barbados. Not old because it's ancient, as in it looks decrepit or anything. Just means it's been around for a very long time. And it's synonymous with great service as well. Beach down here, suffering a little bit. You'll see the higher drop-off section here. Normally this is a very level at this time of the year, but I have been having some systems of pass here that have sent in some unusual west winds and stuff. You would have had some over the last 2 days you would know about. You're expecting a lot more as that one passed us and has gone through the Caribbean or the Les Antilles area. But this is how it is right now. So you do have a little bit of sand erosion on here. We also see a little bit of sargassum. Yesterday when we were on the Calabasas sailing northward, We saw some in the outer or the outer actual currents. We saw them going their way off of the harbour and working their way down to the north. However, one two areas it swung in a little bit, as you can see here on the beach. So that does happen occasionally, but the first high tide, this will all be gone again. Now we have a combination of trees here, and I think they're appropriately put together. We have, well, bushes and trees. First of all, bushes again. So if the, what do you call her? Kulawa queen?
Kalua.
Oh, Kalua queen. Okay, so if I know she's going to be assassinating me on her old vlogs, but Kalua queen, I think this is where you tried these from that you said they were disgusting. Because blah means only one thing to me, disgusting. But I said appropriately put together. So you have this beautiful ornamental bush, which goes from green to reds to purples. And it's also combined with the manchineel tree, which is the most deadly tree in the world. That's not according to Nick, that's actually known as being the most deadly tree in the world, the manchineel tree. So just like the manchineel berries, do not put the sea grape in your mouth. Anyone that contradicts that there is just because they don't love me. I noticed that the sea grape police is on here, and she's on clam cherries. She can't talk with sea grapes to me because she know I would cut her off. But the clam cherries she's mentioned. Oh, good morning, sea grape police. If you're on board, I'm just warning everyone of the dangers of eating sea grapes. Maybe we can elaborate on that later on, because I know you agree with me 100%. So if you want to get to these beaches though, Folkestone Park, I would recommend using there. You can sometimes drive down this road here, this opposite, the road that would take you up to Westmoreland, and come down and park in these general areas down here. But parking is restricted. Please obey the no entry signs or no parking signs. Also be careful where you park, because this is a famous launching area for the speedboats and water sports operators. So do not come down here and just park indiscriminately. Please make sure that you're parking with others in mind. We're not in Kara's vlog any further than here, so we're going to say our farewells at this point. We're going to leave this for the historian, who's going to come back out very soon. That would be Miss Keir herself. Good morning, Miss Keir, to you. Thank you again for joining us on Saturday. It was great to see you. Great to have your spirit around us at all times, and you are sadly missed by myself and all others, but we know for sure that you'll be coming back very soon. We know you're just gathering yourself to come again, as all of us have to do once in a while. This is Heron Bay property. Again, won't be giving you any history on this today, because this is where our vlog is ending. Just want to sign off correctly and let you have a little pleasure in the sea again. Actually, not a little pleasure. I want to tease you some more. That's the truth of it. So I'll say it here, because are you all coming in to sea for a swim?
Probably.
Oh, so I can leave on the camera until you all come in and let you all say your farewells there. Awesome. All right, so we're going to go in to sea. Are you coming in to sea as well?
Can I leave my phone here?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, certainly. All right, so we're going to go down this water here now and relax for a little bit. Again, Mary, you must be in your joy right now, because I know this is scenery you really love. The sun coming up on the side of these boats. Really beautiful. We do have a few little small pebbles. Out here. Let me show. So people don't say, Nicholas, man, you hiding it from everyone. You can see little small pebbles out here on the shoreline. And then we have a little bit of a drop off up here. Not as severe, but there is a swell coming through. So we got to be careful of this. Right, a little surge, just a little surge this morning. As you all know, the West Coast is very, very, very calm and relaxed most of the time. A little bit of a surge with the tide this morning. A little bit of a few stones in the water and stuff. All right, so we're going to say our farewells now. Would you like to say farewell, or would you just like me not? You don't want to speak to anyone this morning as usual?
That's not nice.
That's not nice? Okay, well, be nice then. Talk to them.
Well, I don't say farewell.
You don't say farewells?
I'll see you later.
Oh, see you later. Okay, so see you later. You had a good walk this morning?
Yes.
Okay, did anyone say anything that I need to be dealing with, or you dealt with it appropriately?
It's hard for me to read, look down and look up, because I get dizzy.
Right,
My ear is still
because your ear problem. Yeah.
So yeah, I just can't get to everybody today. I have to watch where I'm walking, because all the boulders that are on the beach.
So Simone is probably now smiling, but she doesn't realize you're just being sarcastic and making sport with her. You know, you gotta have a good day, my darling. I'm gonna be with you, so you know your day is gonna be amazing. Because as long as you're with me, you know everything is gonna be just right.
Of
correct?
course.
All right, awesome. And from our visiting guest today, how are you?
Hi.
Okay, and you had a good time as well? Say yes, please.
Yes, it was nice.
Wonderful. Okay, we'll pay you that $5 we promised you later on. We'll give it to you in your voucher and token. All right, so from myself, from Kelly, from our co-star, or my co-star, you all know her as Jeanette, or Star Girl. So long as you say girl after, it's fine. But if you say star alone, you're going to offend me, because there's only one star in this show, and that would be me, of course. From all of our EMC family, if you're not a member of our EMC family, you come across us at some time. We bring peace, love, happiness, joy, and care. Of course, we are just like any other family. We have times that things are not always that peaceful, joyful, and cheerful, but that is what we do. We get over that because we look beyond that, and we're all kind and caring to each other because we respect each other, and as we're required and asked to love each other, that is exactly what we do, because love is what brings unity, and love will bring us all back together for sure. So peace and love to you all from 𝗂𝗡𝗍. Thank you for joining us. Remember, there is no vlog tomorrow morning. Our next vlog will hopefully, if God spares life, will be on Thursday evening at 𝐁𝐝 community up in St. Philip. They're official, of course. Anything can happen at any time. We don't like to just keep you out of the loop. If something occurs that we think is of interest or extremely beautiful, or we think it's the time of day, or we just feel in the mood to share our love and kindness, we will do so. So just keep an eye out on our channel. Everyone else is going to work today. Besides me, I said everyone else because I am not going to work. I'm actually going to play for the rest of the day. We hope you all have a blessed day. Take in this air for the next 20 seconds, breathe this in, and then go to work. And if anyone stresses you out, walk away from them. Think of what you're seeing now, feel the feeling that you're experiencing, and then go back and deal with it. But deal with it in a pleasant manner. Remember, corrective, when you're correcting people, or you have constructive criticism, do so kindly. We're not to hurt people, we're not to tell people things, although we're right, we're not to tell people that hurt things that hurt them. We're supposed to do it in a nice way. You're not supposed to hurt someone when you're telling them something. You're supposed to do it in a kind way. So if you're angry, walk away, don't say it. Walk away, take a deep breath, come back and greet them and say what you have to say. Have a great day, lead by example. Do not follow, lead by example. Have a great day, people.